losing the soul and gaining the world. Dear friends, Jesus says in the Gospel of today, what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Matthew chapter 16, verses 21 to 27. He says, while a person thinks he is gaining the world, he is indeed losing his own soul, his life. They are simultaneous events, though distinct. How do we understand this losing and gaining which Jesus teaches us today? Who is gaining? Thomas Merton, an American Trappist monk, says, every one of us is shadowed by an illusory person, a false self. All sins start from the assumption that my false self, the self that exists only in my own egocentric desires, is the fundamental reality of life to which everything else in the universe is ordered. Therefore, who is gaining? The illusory person called the false self is gaining. Paul called it the old self. You laid aside the old self with its evil practices and have put on the new self, who is being renewed to a true knowledge according to the image of the one who created him. Colossians chapter 3, verses 9 and 10. The one who gains is the old self. We can call it the ego. The ego is born when we identify ourselves with the things of this world through avarice, lust, and pride. The ego believes that it is growing. We can take a lesson from the cancerous cells which kill a person. The cancerous cells grow by feeding on the cancerous body. The cells feel that they are growing, but in fact, its growth is for death. Ultimately, the cells die as it kills the cancerous body. Though the cancerous cell is growing apparently, it is dying day by day. That growth is for death. Jesus says that the growth achieved by slavery to the world is actually death. The person controlled by the old self, the ego, seems to be growing, but actually he is dying like the cancerous cell. He is losing his soul, his true self. Jesus says, whoever would save his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. The only way to find true life is to be one with Jesus, who said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Like Jesus, we have to be involved with the world, heal the world, and save the world. But like Jesus, we too have to overcome the world and not be held in its bondage. Jesus says, take heart, I have overcome the world. John 16:33. May we find our life in Him who said, I have come that you may have life and have it in all its abundance. God bless you.